It is baffling to think that Super Mario 3D World is a year old. I mean, it seems just like yesterday I tore out my eyes trying to beat Champions Road. But what does Super Mario 3D World have to do with anything? Actually a whole lot, because our favorite headlamp-wearing Toad is back with his very own game, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And as the title suggests, you'll be doing a lot of tracking treasure, meaning you'll progress through the stages to find a Power Star, which only serves the purpose of being a collectible item and really has no value, and has no relation whatsoever with powering a spaceship. No, the Power Star's only purpose is treasure, which I assume Captain Toad pawns off to other Toads for goods and services. In fact, there is virtually no concrete plot in this game. There are no dialogue in cutscenes, and no text dialogue, except for hints and instructions that you'll get along the way. This game's minimal story of Toadette being captured and Captain Toad venturing across different environments is all told by just visual cutscenes and the infamous Toad grunts, which you'll be hearing a lot of in this game. However, the story is presented in such a way that it just makes me feel downright jovial. Every time Captain Toad picks up a Power Star, I can't help but smile. And at the end, when Captain Toad has rescued Toadette and beaten the final boss, well, let's just say some serious questions about Captain Toad in Super Mario 3D World will be answered. In an adorable fashion, of course. Speaking of adorable things, that is how I would describe the whole presentation of Captain Toad. Happy and cute. I'd always been a fan of the Super Mario 3D World engine, and seeing it return for this game was fantastic. The cartoony art style is probably my favorite in any game that has ever taken place in the Mushroom Kingdom. Additionally, this game has some of the most stunning visuals on the Wii U. The lighting engine, the high resolution, the glorious textures, and the high polygon count all boil down into another great looking game on the Wii U. I would say the graphics aren't the best out there for the system, but they're stellar nonetheless. Plus, the soundtrack is great, consisting of old and new tracks. These are songs that would get stuck in my head, and I couldn't help but hum along with them. The jazz-style compositions inspired by 3D World sound great, and I especially enjoyed the boss themes. The development team has really nailed this presentation style of Super Mario 3D World and Captain Toad, which makes me wonder, just what else does the Mario team have up their sleeve for the future? So now on to the gameplay, which if you have played Super Mario 3D World before, you know what this is all about. The game revolves, literally, around Captain Toad searching for Power Stars and other hidden collectibles like diamond turnips. This game is a puzzle platformer with one characteristic missing: jumping. Captain Toad cannot jump due to his heavy backpack, so he must maneuver through levels by dodging enemies and throwing turnips to get to Toadette, who is captured by a new villain, Wingo. What is quite interesting about this new experience with a Mario character that can't jump is how well the game is molded around ground-based movement. Each level is essentially one big puzzle. With the help of the gamepad and the camera, you can uncover new passages, new secrets, and Power Stars. Unlike the levels in 3D World, Captain Toad has new locations to explore, like a tower and a Donkey Kong themed level. They are not just boxes like they were in 3D World, but they are more dynamic and interesting. You never know what is around each corner, which brings me to a prominent flaw with the game: the gamepad. Since the rotation of the gamepad is mapped with controlling the camera, a slight flick of your wrist can mess up your perspective, which is extremely frustrating when you're walking behind something and the camera moves in a way that you cannot see an enemy coming right for you. This would not be an issue, but seeing as the gamepad camera control cannot be turned off, it is a huge detriment to my entire experience of the game. Not to mention, the camera is not the best thing in the world. It feels really clunky moving, and it's not as precise as I felt it should be when uncovering hidden areas that require extensive camera usage. Plus, the zoom in option, while cute to see Toad up close, is not as optimized as you might believe. Instead of controlling how much you want the camera to zoom in and out, when you press a button to zoom in, the camera zooms in right up in Toad's face, which is bothersome when you want the camera at a sort of different angle. I suppose though that these things may have been intentionally put in the game by developers to perhaps make finding every secret in Captain Toad actually a challenge, which, trust me, if you're going for 100%, it is. Despite these issues, playing through Captain Toad was a blast and has tremendous replay value due to all there is to collect. Getting every one of the 3 turnip diamonds in every level gives you additional content, which is actually rewarding, but I won't spoil what it is for those planning on getting the game. Overall, my time with Captain Toad was spectacular, and is one of my favorite games of the year. This game definitely deserves your attention, and it's only $39.99, which is really cheap for a Wii U game. I recommend it to anyone: child, parent, grandparent, adult, elder, dog. You can have a lot of fun with Captain Toad, no matter how annoying the camera may be, and the game just looks beautiful. If I had to give it a score, I would give Captain Toad Treasure Tracker a 9 out of 10. But if you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.